When you're an iPhone user, it typically corresponds to being firmly rooted in the Apple ecosystem. At least, that is what statistics say. You don't want anything to do with other brands, or maybe you just don't see any reason to. And you ask yourself, why should I use a Pixel Watch when there's an Apple Watch? Why should I use a Windows laptop when Apple has the MacBooks? And these are very valid questions, because why should you leave the simplicity of the ecosystem? Not me though, I love chaos, so I did something fun this time. I tried to use the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro with the iPhone 16 Pro Max, and what a roller coaster. It's both enjoyable and painful, both ugly and beautiful. And I want to tell you guys about it. My name is Konsola, but you can call me KJ. So just like me, Samsung also did something fun with the design of the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. They copied the Apple AirPods Pro design. But is copying even a thing in this world? I don't know anymore. But I do know that the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro looks like a remodeled version of the AirPods Pro. And for the first time, Samsung implemented stems in its earbuds, but they made it longer and somewhat angular, if that makes sense. Typically, that wouldn't be a problem, especially if you're familiar with stem earbuds, except this time it is. I've struggled with putting these back in the case because you have to twist and turn before they slide into the case. Twisting and turning usually wouldn't be a problem, but because of how angular and wide the stems are, it takes a conscious effort to hold onto them securely and then manipulate them into fitting into the case. Another problem with the stem is the touch sensor. Now, while other earphones are easier to adjust because of its stem, with these ones like the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro, you might face a problem at the early stages. The stem is angular and sharp-edged to the point where it's called the blade, and while that sounds kind of cool, having multiple sharp edges causes confusion because the marker for the touch sensor also feels like an edge. So you could accidentally fiddle with the touch sensor while trying to adjust the earbuds. So you have to find the perfect spot for adjusting the earbuds, and before that becomes involuntary, you might make a couple of mistakes. Now, while the build quality has some quirks, I kind of like the design. I like the LED lights. I like the transparency of the case because you can see your earbuds without having to open it. And I wish we got more than just the silver and white color, but I'll take it. So I'm just going to come out and say it as it is, and I think the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro have some of the best sound that I have ever heard on a pair of earphones, especially at this price point. I think it is better than the Galaxy Buds 2 Pro, obviously, and better than the AirPods Pro. Yeah, it is that good. So I'm personally not an audiophile of any kind, but I think the sound from the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro produces very good sound, especially when it's within frequencies. So whether you're listening to an instrumental or you're listening to a song with very heavy bass, it is crystal clear and very distinctive. I think the default EQ settings is good, but you can make your pair sound way better by tweaking the equalizer using the Samsung Galaxy wearable app. But here's the problem. This app is not available on the App Store. So if you have an iPhone, for example, and you are stuck with the default equalizer, you can't enhance your sound or even personalize it. And that's not the only problem I've faced as somebody with an iPhone. So the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro supports a UHQ audio codecs feature, which gives a richer sound than the normal AAC audio codecs that you get on the AirPods Pro. Unfortunately, this feature is optimized for Samsung devices, and there is a noticeable difference in audio quality when I listen on the S24 Ultra than when I listen on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. The Galaxy Buds Pro product lineup has improved over time, and there is a glaring difference in all-round sound quality between the first generation Galaxy Buds Pro and the third generation, and this includes the ambient mode, and on these, which I think is one of the best you can get within this price range. I actually hear more with these than the Pixel Buds 2 Pro or even the AirPods Pro, but one area it hasn't exactly improved on It's the active noise cancellation. So just to be sure that I'm not hallucinating, I actually brought out the original Galaxy Buds Pro, which I still have, and compared the ANC to the new Galaxy Buds 3 Pro. And honestly, it feels exactly the same, maybe even better than the Buds 3 Pro. This doesn't mean the ANC is bad, because the ANC on the first generation was actually good, but Samsung is behind its peers. Did I say that there is one area that this product line hasn't improved on? Let's scratch that. The battery life here is another area that Samsung is struggling to improve on. The battery life on the Galaxy Buds Pro line has been deteriorating over time. If you like using your earbuds for long hours with active noise cancellation on and music blasting, these can only last you for about 4.5 hours, and that is several minutes less than the Buds 2 Pro and the original Buds Pro. I'm what you can call an infrequent user, if that makes sense, but I feel this is another reason to frown upon them as someone with an iPhone, because you can just get over an hour more on the AirPods 2 Pro. The voice calling on these is actually impressive and definitely better than the previous generations. My voice comes through clear even in a noisy place, and the background noise is handled better.
Hey guys, this is the test of the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro outside. I am currently on my balcony. It's cold, it's windy, the highway is behind me, and I'm currently just sitting here, standing here. I'm just wondering how the sound quality will be. Obviously, I wouldn't know right now, but what do you guys think about it? Let me know down in the comments.
So Samsung took an interesting approach with the voice control. You can actually trigger commands without saying any wake words like "Hey Bixby," for example. It's pretty much straightforward. Volume up increases the volume, volume down decreases the volume. By saying stop music, I can stop the song that I'm currently playing, and by saying play music, I can play it back. Answer calls, answers calls, and reject calls, obviously rejects calls. This feature is great if you do not want to interact with the touch sensor, which I don't like doing on these. However, to use this feature, you have to have an Android phone because the Galaxy Wearable app is not available on the App Store. And in conclusion, for me, it's pretty straightforward. The sound on these is good. With the proper EQ settings, it's near perfect. If you don't care much about any of these things and you just want high quality sound, this looks like a good deal, because even without manipulating the EQ settings on an Android phone, they sound better than the AirPods Pro in my opinion. If you do care about an all-round quality of premium buds like these, which I think you should, then it's a different story entirely, because then certain things start to come into consideration, like the average noise cancellation, its frustrating build, and maybe its battery life. Most importantly, it's compatible with the iPhone. I have an Android device and I can optimize my settings on the Android device, then connect it to my iPhone. If you don't have that luxury, then I don't see why you should get these. If you do, then it just comes down to whether the all-round quality matters to you or not. Does it or doesn't it matter? Comment down below and let me know. And if you do have an iPhone, would you buy the Galaxy Buds 3 Pro? Let me know down in the comments. And as usual, Happy New Year to you guys. This is my first video of the year, and I just want to thank everyone that made it to the end of this video. More videos like this are coming next week and the week after, so stay tuned, subscribe, like this video, and do all that good stuff. And with all that being said, my name is KJ, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.